It's Portland Bulldogs boys basketball on WPPS TV3. Brought to you by the Portland Public Schools. Promise, prepared, and empowered. Now we send you to the broadcast booth with Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt. Good afternoon. It's February 20th, 2025, and we're here at the Cross Insurance Arena for today's exciting Class AA North semifinal between the Eagles of Windham and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt, joined today by Mike Hoffer from the Forecaster and the Press Herald. These teams are ranked 2 and 3, Mike. Windham 15 and 4. Portland a little bit far behind in 10 and 9. And really, in many respects, a world of difference between these teams because Windham has really lit it up this year.
Right, and the Eagles are the defending champs. They came in pegged by many to repeat, and with the exception of one little bump at the end of the season when Tyree James got hurt, they've lived up to billing. When they're on, this team is as good as any in the state. And then you've got a Portland squad that started very slowly. No one expected anything out of the Bulldogs. I don't think many people thought they would get to this round even, but they kind of came along as Joe Russo teams tend to do. He got his 500th win in the quarterfinals, and here they are. I think the Bulldogs got to love the fact they have nothing to lose today. Wyndham is the decided favorite. Portland come out and play loose, hopefully get out in front, and then you never know. That's the plan.
Well, Frank, Windham was without James for 4 games. I think they were 1 and 3 during those games. But what do you think Portland needs to do today to get Joe Russo his 501st win?
Well, I think the difficult task is going to be stopping Tyree James, not necessarily from scoring, but from doing everything else that he does. He's a great defender. He has tremendous court vision, great ball handler so he can handle pressure. I would expect Portland to maybe run at him, maybe hedge at him when he has the ball to try to create a little bit of disruption, but they're going to have to keep their eyes open for the backdoor cut because he'll definitely see it. It's probably something Wyndham's worked on. It's a very polished Eagles team that came in very strong off the start. I think people were kind of wondering how much they'd be able to grow during the season. I think James's injury might have helped the team in the long run as they had to work through some difficulty where up until that point is just smooth sailing for the Eagles. I think for Portland it's going to be about creating turnovers. If they can force Windham to put the ball on the floor and take it over themselves. And also you have the Civic Center factor. It's the first time either team's shooting in here. If Windham comes out with a cold shooting night and Portland's hot, anything can happen. And as Michael said, it's house money for Portland. This is the gravy round. They worked hard. They got through. They got out of the expo, got to this round. Anything can happen when you get here.
Well, it's funny because Joe Russo actually said, Mike, that it's all mashed potatoes and gravy from here. Portland, it seems, is going to have a big game from their big shooter, Lucas Legage, some steals from Loic Ramazani, who's got the great hands, and they're going to really have to put it all together today.
Right, and whenever you're in a big game setting, the first person I always think of is Cordell Jones as the star during the football season. I think it's imperative for him to step up and have a big game today. I think if Portland is going to be in this game, have a chance to win, I think you're going to see Cordell have a big game to help them get to that point. But yeah, a setting like this, Lucas Legage, if he's on and he's having a good shooting day, certainly can keep the Bulldogs in it. I think the big key for Portland is to remember it's a 32-minute game. Remember last year in the regional final, Bulldogs completely shut down Windham for a half. Second half was a totally different story, and Windham went on to win the title.
Folks, we're going to bring you all of the exciting action in just a moment. So we're down to John Paradise, who not only does Portland games and Chevrolet games from the Expo and from the Keegan Gym, but is here today as well at the Cross Arena for the Maine Principals Association Tournament.
The visitors on the scoreboard with a record of 10 wins and 9 losses. The number 3 seeded Bulldogs from Portland High School. As the home team on the scoreboard with a record of 14 wins and 4 losses. The number 2 seeded Eagles of Windham High School. Our official score today is Alan Durgan. Our timer is Scott St. Hours. Scoreboard operator is Paul Gay. Music coordinator Jake Hodgkin. On-site certified athletic trainers Anne-Marie Ribbon-Bouchard. Our visual coordinating team Roger DeHutry, Wes Seroys, and Tom Ray. Now let's meet the players. First for the visitors from Portland, a sophomore number 3, Jasmine Bouchard. sophomore number 4, YK. A sophomore number 5, Alex Martin. A junior number 20, Penny Lamani. Sophomore number 21, Kim Derrick. A sophomore number 23, Ricardo Bingo. A junior number 24, Alan Day. And a senior number 32, Cedar Conley. And now let's meet the players from Windham High School. A senior number 3, Joseph Lyon. A senior number 4, Lucas Hammond. A senior number 12, Lisa Antonio. A senior number 13, Bailey Lamont. A sophomore number 15, Luke Trotter. A senior number 20, Greg Coffey. A sophomore number 22, Colin Chandler. Sophomore number 23, Landon Wyman. A freshman number 24, Sean Lavelle. And a freshman number 33, Boston Greenis. And now, let's meet today's starters. From Portland, a junior number 0, Louis Ramatani. From Windham, a junior number 1, AJ Mooney. From Portland, a junior number 1, Cordell Jones. From Windham, a junior number 2, Tyree James. From Portland, a junior number 10, Lucas Legage. From Windham, a senior number 5, Connor Janfrey. From Portland, a sophomore number 11, Maddox Meads. From Windham, a senior number 21, Grayson Green. From Portland, a senior number 30, Devin Walker. And from Windham, a senior number 30, Brandon Dixon. Portland is coached by Universal assistant coaches Josie Urano and Dan McGee, Jim Goodman, and Jordan Droge. The athletic trainer Ryan Lucas. Windham is coached by Chad Vulcanen, assistant coaches Jeff Grigsby, George McCrellis, Noah Espy, Chris Sargent. The manager is Nick Morey. At this time, would you please rise? If you're wearing a cap, please remove it. Direct your attention to the American flag for the playing of our national anthem.
The tip-off is next on WPPS TV3. Here we go with the tip-off. Devin Walker is at center court. It looks like Grady Dixon for Windham.
Yeah, Windham, the leading scoring team in the Class AA North. Portland, the top defending team in AA North.
Yeah,
Right
and they start off with a 3 by Tyree James.
That's just what Windham wanted. Nice fast start. Got to get those tournament jitters out.
The nice pass by Mees into Walker. So, team starting out fast here. Portland on a man-to-man defense. We're in the Frank Fixeris box up top. We can see it all develop.
Great defense there by Ramazani.
Yeah, he almost knocked it away. The reverse doesn't fall. Walker with a nice rebound. And here comes Cordell Jones. Fast. Look at him go in.
And Mike Hoffer said it before the game, Steve. A big Cordell Jones game would go a long way if the Bulldogs are going to pull the upset.
The Gatorade Football Player of the Year, and he just trudged through. Now here's James, and oh my gosh, is he feeling it?
This could be a long night if he's shooting like that. But we talked. I mentioned right at tip-off, Steve. You know, Portland, the top defensive team in the AA North. Windham, the top leading scoring team in AA North.
Mies comes up with that rebound and is blocked by Connor Janvrin, but it will be Portland ball.
And you're not reading too much into those numbers, but that would kind of indicate that a high-scoring game would favor the Eagles. Kind of a defensive slog would favor the Bulldogs. So right off the bat, a lot of offense so far, first couple possessions.
So Mies, well, great rotations here for Portland. Mies has the inside look, drives in, but does not convert. Give the rebound to Brayson Freese. And here's Windham, also really great passing here. And the rebound, Mies. The first game, he was the only player in double figures for Portland with 10. Tyree James had 19. Look at Mies cover and go, but it doesn't convert. And A.J. Moody with the rebound.
Tough angle there for Mies.
In the paint and out again.
Pass.
Oh my gosh.
Portland's got a box out there. There are three guys in. A.J. Moody comes down with the rebound. Can't have that.
And then the back door, James for two. All Windham points right now are Tyree James, but here's the break. LeGage up and in.
Yeah, nice work by Portland, kind of getting on the run on Windham, surprising them a little bit.
Dixon from downtown. Ramazani with the rebound. He's pushed.
Yep. Dixon not known as a three-point shooter, so I wouldn't be surprised if Portland gives him a little bit of room and kind of tells him, you want to shoot that shot and beat us that way, go for it.
So that foul was on Freese.
There's another quick foul. That's going to be on Janvrin.
So, you know, I think pretty clearly the Eagles sending a message to Portland, too. We're going to be in your face. We're going to face guard you. We're going to back guard you. We are going to play aggressive defense.
Yeah, you know, tough man-to-man defense from both sides.
Coach Polkinen was the coach of the year last year and well-deserved as he brought his team to I believe their first state championship.
Correct. It is their first state championship.
And they did it by beating Portland in the regional final, I might add.
Yeah, Coach Russo, I believe, is 0-2 against Windham all-time on this floor. So we had the loss last year and the end of the Teron Moss era.
So Mies is getting looks, but not converting. And Moody with another rebound. Some nice defense there, but there's the open player. And Walker with the rebound. But Mies and Walker well positioned, which is really what you need to see under the basket.
Yes.
Ramazani trapped and back out again to Mies. It's 8-6, folks. It's 4 minutes left. There's Mies converting. Third time's the charm for Maddox Mies to tie the game at 8-8. What I forget, Frank, having done 7 games for WHOU, is that we don't have a scroll. So we have to let you know, folks, what's going on. Look at that three-pointer from Moody.
And Coach Russo is going to take his first time out.
So we will take 1-2 with 3:50 left in the first quarter, and Windham up by 3, 11-8. So we're back on WPPS TV. Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt, along with Ali Al-Najafi on camera. We brought you boys Portland games all year long, and we bring you this regional semifinal action. Here's Ramazani.
Alex Martin's checked in to replace Maddox Mesa, point guard. And Colin Janvrin checking in for Windham to replace his brother.
Okay, the long two. Oh, the three. Gets a three. That's right. Again, folks, we have the white stripe, but we also have the black stripe, and that's one we need to look at.
Yep, there's Windham. The first turnover of the game belongs to Windham. They want it back, though. Nice work by Portland to break. Legage, good look.
Off the iron, and the rebound to James. He'll, whoa, my goodness. That is going to be a foul, I believe, on Alex Martin.
Martin with the open field tackle there.
The great football player, Alex Martin. Only one foul apiece for each team now, as Grady Dixon will inbound.
Windham actually has
Windham has two with Freese and Connor Janvrin. Yep. Here's James now on the move. It's a very tough team to stop, but there's Cordell Jones with the rebound on the miss by the other Janvrin. Walker inside. Martin to Cordell. Cordell Jones now. He is not afraid to go inside. He'll draw the foul. He'll shoot two from the line.
Yeah, something to note there, Steve, was that Windham helped off Legage. They left Lucas in the corner, so that could be an important wrinkle if Portland notices, where if Windham is willing to help off Legage, that could kind of open up some kick-out three opportunities where he's able to step into a shot.
So Cordell Jones will be at the line shooting two on the foul by A.J. Moody. Maddox Mees checks back in. So, converting one of two, Cordell Jones. 6 points on the day. Second only to 8 for Tyree James in the early going here. Loses it. And it remains Windham ball.
That deflected out by Portland.
In the corner, Janvrin, the rebound. Walker fighting very, very hard today. One of his more aggressive games in the early going. 3 rebounds already. And here's Cordell high off the glass. It doesn't fall. Angle. Rebound to Colin Janvrin.
Big steal there by Martin. Nice work by Alex Martin. Chasing Moody back on D. Picks it off.
Here's Cordell Jones again. He is on fire today, folks. 8 points to match Tyree James, and Portland with a 3-point lead. No lead really safe, though. What happened last year, Frank?
Yeah, exactly. As Mike mentioned in the open, Portland had a pretty comfortable lead in the regional final. I believe double digits in the first half. Windham came storming back.
Yeah, that's going to be on Jones. So the referee's also showing they're going to play a little bit tight here today. Coming in here now will be Benny Lumani, number 20.
Yep, Portland going big here, sticking with Lumani and Walker.
And as we watch this play develop, James is beyond the arc.
Yep, nice hedge there. Good cut off by Walker.
Well, if you're going to pick your game up a notch, you might as well do it in the regional semifinal. This is terrific basketball by Walker and Portland. There's Mees. He catches that. Yeah, he finds Legage on the break. Foul. Up and in.
Wow, I'm surprised.
And one.
They did call the foul.
Yeah, and that's going to be on Colin Janvrin. So the Janvrin brothers each have a foul now. Checking in will be Joseph Blige. As Brace and Freeze will take a seat here for a moment. 16-11 is the score, folks, with the 1:26 left in the first quarter. LeGage makes it a true three-point play. He's got 5 on the day. Portland is up 17-11.
Yeah, it feels like a big 80 seconds here, Steve, to close out the quarter. Portland has switched to a little zone look here. Out front with a 1-2-2 action. Oh, nice.
Martin steals. LeGage comes down. He's got 1 to beat.
That's going to be, I think, a turnover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Portland's first turnover of the game, however.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Steve, I'm really pleased with the officiating on that play. It was not an offensive foul. It wasn't a block. It was somewhere in between, and they just let the ball roll out of bounds as they should have.
James inside. That stuff is Grady Dixon. He'll kick it out to Janvrin.
Yeah, nice.
And he will knock down a 3. So you don't lose anything if a Janvrin comes off and another one comes in. That's Colin Janvrin. And it's now 17-14 Portland with half a minute to go here in the first quarter. Martin is in a little bit of trouble, but here comes Mies out to meet him. Walker. And you can see Lumani posting up, and it's going to be batted out by A.J. Moody, and we'll see a substitute now as Cordell Jones and Loic Ramazani will come in for Devin Walker and Alex Martin, both of whom, and I might add especially Devin Walker, entitled to a nice rest here.
Yeah, I say really quality minutes out of Alex Martin coming off the bench as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of them, really.
Yeah.
And there's a turnover. And there it goes right back again. No shot there, but we will give credit to Loic Ramazani for a steal. It's 17-14 at the end of the first quarter. So we are ready for second quarter action here. Steve Schwartz and Frank Meyer on the WPPS Sports Network. Lucas LeGage to inbound. Portland is up 17-14. A very solid first 8 minutes, really, for both teams.
Yep.
I have Windham with 4 turnovers, Portland with 2.
That's what I have as well. Jones and Tyree James leading the way in scoring with 8 apiece.
And there's LeGage in the corner. It doesn't fall. James with the rebound. Crisp pass, and then back to him, and Ramazani challenged.
Yeah,
but
nice
once again, Colin Janvrin with a 3. And he ties the score at 17, 30 seconds into the second quarter. Ramazani, some nifty ball handling, but, well, he comes up with it because his hands are so fast.
He's got to get the ball out of his hands.
Well, that's what he did.
Smart move there.
Hit it out.
It off Janvrin.
Yep. Alex Martin will come back in, this time for Lucas LeGage. He's going to get a little instruction from assistant coach Joe Giordano. Dan LeGage is down there as well as the assistant Joe Russo, of course, the coach. Mies drives. And the rebound comes to Blige. He'll hand it off to James.
There's Blige wide open.
Yeah. And Martin with the rebound. Aggressive underneath. Mies to Martin.
Yeah, so a different look here with Alex Martin running the point. That does kind of free up Maddox Mies, but there's the turnover.
Yeah, Moody got that steal. Now Janvrin in the corner to Dixon. Dixon, the lane closes up on him pretty quickly. Moody. Dixon inside the paint and in.
Looked like that was almost blocked in by Benilson.
Yeah, it's now a 2-point Windham lead here with 6:17 left in the half.
That momentum definitely on the Eagles' side here, and there's another turnover.
Mies lost that, so it's 4-4 in turnovers, and Dixon
we're going to have a foul
will
on
be
Ramazani.
fouled.
It's going to be a Louique's first. Bulldogs first of the quarter. As Devin Walker set to check in, return for the Bulldogs. I believe old friend Issa Antonio is at the table for the Windham Eagles. Antonio, of course, played 3 years for Portland High before moving to Windham this year as a senior.
Dixon clangs in and out of the iron on that one. Lumani is going to come out as Walker comes in. And Legage will come back in as well for Alex Martin. And Joseph Blige will take a seat for Windham. Great minutes that he gave his team, and he takes a well-deserved rest.
Windham in the midst of a 7-0 run.
Yeah,
coming on the back of a Portland 8-0 run.
Cordell Jones with that rebound. Good hands by Dixon, and he steals it. And he's got James.
And we're going to have a Portland timeout.
As Windham takes a 21-17 lead with 5:50 left, we will take a timeout as well. Okay, we're back here after the Joe Russo timeout. It's of course, 2 possessions game here. Is a 4-point lead. Very early here, though, in the second quarter.
Yep, light pressure. Bulldogs break it. Man in the corner.
Ramazani for 3. That was a major league 3, and maybe
airballed it.
Ultimately, Moody comes up with it.
Can't leave
James
alone. He's not missing, Steve.
24-17 is now the score, so Portland came out strong. They're going to be fouled by Antonio there.
That 13-0 run, Portland's last basket was about 4 minutes of game time ago. So we've seen the power go out offensively for Portland multiple times this season. It looks like we're running into that again.
Mees inside.
Yep.
Blocked by Dixon, and I guess they're going to call a foul.
Bailed out. I think he got blocked by the rim there. Just a bad angle, but
it's going to be on Grady Dixon.
Number 30, Grady Dixon, that's his first.
Maddox Mees.
And Portland
for 2.
Really needs these foul shots here, Steve.
And they're going to need them right through the whole game. They're going to need the foul shots. Take advantage of the free shot with no time coming off the clock. 1 of 2 for Maddox Mees, his 3rd point of the day. He was, as I said, first with 10 points in the first game against Windham. Dixon turns around, Antonio Janvrin. James with the spin in the paint and loses it. Legage sets up. He's got Walker inside and
jump ball, I think.
Wow. And possession arrow goes the other way. That's a Portland turnover caused by A.J. Moody in the end anyway.
Yeah, tough pass there by Legage into traffic. And it's one of those, if you could do it over again, Moody's momentum was taking him out of bounds. But the possession arrow, Wyndham's friend, as we'll have a foul on Jones. That'll be 2.
Yeah, 2 fouls here in the first half. 4:41 left in the second quarter.
That's going to be on Walker.
Okay, well, that'll be his first.
Line with 2 shots for Windham. Number 3, Grady Dixon.
Dixon buries the first one. 25-18 now.
Yep, 14-1. The run in the last 4 minutes.
Walker still aggressive underneath, but intercepted.
And another foul on Walker. Dixon, great grab underneath.
They're going to call that on Jones. So
one way or another.
2 on Jones now.
I guess I shouldn't be criticizing refereeing, Steve.
I think I have Portland with 7 turnovers to 5 for Windham or thereabouts.
That's my number as well.
Dixon now at the line.
That's the first.
Lumani will come in for Jones, who's got a couple of fouls. And Mies with the rebound.
Yeah,
Nice pass.
Really struggling with the pressure that Windham's throwing at him.
That will stay Portland's ball.
Yeah, Windham's doing a great job with the trapping, just speeding the game up on Portland and harassing their guards.
Connor Janvrin will come in for his brother Colin Janvrin. Gage inside. And Ramazani with those quick hands. Here's the three for Legage and in. That's what needs to happen, I think, if Portland is going to stay in this game.
I agree completely, Steve.
It's an 8-point lead now on the strength of that shot by Legage.
Nice cut by Dixon, can't convert.
No, and there's Walker inside and fouled by Dixon. So Devin Walker giving the Dogs some really good minutes here. Some great defense and rebounding. 4 minutes left. We're halfway through the second quarter. 26-21 is the score. Dogs down by 5. It's their ball. Quickly over half court. Ramazani to Lumani. Lumani to Mies. Mies to Walker. Walker to Legage to Mies.
Turnover.
Yeah, that's ill-advised.
And again, right there, see, and there's a foul on James who knocks down Legage. But right there, Steve, Benilson Lumani did not get the block there, but his presence changed the shot. Janvrin wasn't really confident going up with that ball. I think he sensed the fact that Benilson was running at him from behind, so he doesn't get credit for the block, but Benilson really created that miss on what should be a very high percentage shot.
Mies to Walker. Walker now will try to bring it over. Here's Mies. Bounces it to Walker. Walker back to Mies. Pretty tight defense here by Windham. I think that was the message early. Ooh, look at Mies. Inside, back out again. Ramazani.
Reverse the ball here, get it to the other side of the floor.
Coach Polkinen told his team we're going to play face guard everybody today very, very aggressively. Legage for three off the iron, but Lumani with the rebound. The putback does not fall.
Yeah, I think struggled a bit with the depth perception there. And
the block by Lumani. All ball.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness.
I can kind of see that one developing from way up here.
Portland has to take their time. Here's James for three. Hasn't missed yet. 4 for 4 from beyond the arc for Tyree James. 16 points overall in the first half and another steal.
Why not? Oh, he does.
Unbelievable. We have a foul?
Yeah, foul on the rebound. I think I don't know if it's Grady Dixon, I think.
Yep, it is Dixon. It's his third.
Yeah, that kind of takes the physical presence off the floor for Windham here. So for Portland to try to capitalize. Windham may need to commit to some more help on drives without Dixon able to control the middle.
Yeah, I mean, now there's a trap. Walker gets it over half court. Has Ramazani. Wow. What a move by Loic Ramazani for his first 2 of the game. A 6-point lead for Windham now, 29-23, 1:45 left in the first half. The long three does not fall for Connor Janvrin. The rebound by, I think, Benilson. Lumani. And now Mies with the ball.
Be fouled by Antonio. That'll send Mies to the line as Windham is now over the limit.
And Antonio, that's his second foul of the game. Portland has 1 to give yet. They've only got 3. Is that so? No, they have 1 to give. They have 4. So I think in the next...
no more to give.
They don't have any to give, in fact, right?
So we've said all year, Steve, foul shots are important. Meese hits the front end that time.
Brings Portland to within 5.
Kind of looking at the shot chart here, Steve. Almost all of Portland's points, with the exception of the 2 3-pointers, have been in the paint.
Meese converts 1 of 2. The rebound comes to Connor Janvrin. Brings it up fast. Here's his brother, Colin Janvrin.
I would be surprised to see Windham kind of
James.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, if you leave him alone, Steve, that's what he's going to do.
5 for 6 from beyond the 3-point arc. It's 32-24.
I mean, he's got 19 points. This is an all-tournament level play for him.
The fall away for LeGage doesn't fall. Again, just not enough oomph on the shots here today.
Yeah, part of that's the Civic Center effect, Steve. You know, this wide open arena can be tough to get a shooting eye. That Windham's going to hold for 1 here. And why not? Fantastic second quarter for the Eagles. Erasing a 3-point deficit. And to open up an 8-point lead that they'll hope to make 10 or more.
18-7 so far in this quarter.
Yep, Portland content.
Outscoring Portland.
Let Windham hold the ball, so no attack there, no trap. Oh.
Ramazani gets called for the foul.
I thought he had the ball on that one.
That could be his 3rd or his 2nd, I guess.
Second.
Fourth foul is on number 0, Luis Ramazani. That's his 2nd. Team's 5th. At the line with 2 shots for Windham, number 21, Grayson Freeze.
Grayson Freeze is at the line for Windham. First one is a little shy.
Yeah, I looked like a depth perception miss on that one. He dials it in for the second one. Gonna put it up. Good if it goes.
So we end the half with Windham up 33-24. So here we are at halftime, Frank. The Dogs are down by 9, 33-24. In the first game that they played this year, Tyree James had 19 points in the whole game. He's got 19 points in this half. He's 5 for 6 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and a lot of those threes are kickouts where he's able to step into his shot. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Portland just say, we're not leaving him anymore. We're not helping off Tyree James. We're only going to defend the basket with 4 guys. We're not going to let him continue to shoot us out of this building.
And that really is probably what has to happen. Colin Janvrin, however, is also a threat. He's got 2 threes and 6 points. Grady Dixon has 4 points, but 3 fouls. A.J. Moody with 3 points and about 6 rebounds and a couple of steals, and 1 point for Freeze as well. Portland is led by 2. Cordell Jones and Lucas LeGage with 8 points. 4 for Maddox Meese. Loic Ramazani has 2. Portland has got to cut down in their turnovers. They're 2-1 in turnovers, 10-5 about right now.
Yeah, that's a big piece if you're Portland. You know, Maddox Meese is your point guard. When your point guard has 3 turnovers and 3 assists, that's an even assist-to-turnover ratio. That's not a winning formula. They're going to have to find a way to handle the pressure and the traps that Wyndham's throwing at them, and I'm sure that's something that Coach Russo will adjust to at halftime. We saw Devin Walker kind of assist in bringing the ball up the floor. He may not be the guy you want dribbling the ball. You know, he's a big man. You know, I remember growing up having coaches tell me big man takes 2 dribbles on the press breaker, then he gets rid of the ball. So maybe we'll see another resurgence to Alex Martin. He had a good first quarter. He's another competent ball handler Portland can put back there if Windham continues to bring the press.
Folks, we're going to bring you second half action in a moment. Folks, we are back. Second half action. Steve Schwartz and Frank Meyer along with Ali Al-Najafi on camera, as we have been all season long for the Bulldogs. Let's hope, as Bulldogs fans, that this will not be the last half of the year for the Bulldogs. Gage gets a 3 off.
That's all right. Contested 3, but still not a bad look.
And a rebound by Connor Janvrin.
Stolen by Jones.
And LeGage on the break. Jones' second steal of the game.
I feel like we saw a little less of Jones in the second quarter as we did in the first, because he ended up with 2 fouls. So if you're Portland here, I think you just got to roll with your guys.
Out to James. Walker fights for that rebound. Skies for that rebound, I should say. And now, Ramazani, everybody closely guarded by Windham. I'm sure Coach Polkinen told his players, do not let up.
Oh, absolutely. Portland struggled to handle pressure here.
There's the open player.
Long 2. Oh, no, sorry, that's a 3. I'm getting confused by the lines.
Again,
here,
yeah,
Steve.
that's the issue, isn't it? Moody with the rebound.
I think there are some outdated lines painted on the floor here. You have high school, maybe college men's, college women's, and pro. Maybe they are all. We'll have a Windham timeout.
I thought the referees indicated that it's going to be Portland ball, but they may have indicated it's a timeout for Windham.
I'm not sure. We'll see.
We'll see when we come back, folks. It's 33-26, Windham in front. So it is going to be Portland's ball, so that's a Windham turnover. Timeout was taken by Windham.
Here's that pressure again, as Jones is back for help this time. He skips it across.
Gage takes the short jumper, doesn't fall, but he's fouled. He'll be shooting 2 at the line.
Nice little 2-dribble pull-up from LeGage. The foul is going to be on 21.
Freese,
his second. Windham's first of the second half.
33-26, folks, with 6:26 left, and can't have that.
Yeah, again, just new end of the gym to shoot on. Zamboni end, kind of different look there. So I'd expect LeGage to zero in on this one.
And he does. He's in double figures already, by the way. He's got 11 points today. Watch Windham go through their sets. Moody. Oh, what a move by Brayson Freese.
And
some action down at the other end.
Jump ball, arrow to Windham.
So by my count, 11 for Portland and 7 for Windham.
I have 8 for Windham and 11 for Portland, but we're
close enough for government work.
Yeah.
As they used to say. Moody is Martin.
Martin replacing LeGage here.
Oh, that was a nifty pass.
Wow. Yeah,
foul on Ramazani before the shot. That's his third.
Correct.
Weather foul was on number 0, Malik Ramazani. That's his third.
Stays in. Underneath, no call. Jones with the rebound. Portland on the break, but Windham back very quickly.
Nice work by Windham getting back on defense.
That was a seeing eye pass between 2 defenders. Meese to Walker, fights hard inside, but Dixon with the rebound.
Stripped by Ramazani. They can't quite come up with it. Windham gets it across. Nice work by Moody running the floor, and I thought James was going to pull the trigger on that one again, Steve. Nice crossover there from Moody.
Okay, Jones has Meese on the break. And in. We'll see a Windham timeout. 35-29 is the score. 4:53 left in the third quarter. So off the Windham timeout, Connor Janvin will inbound. They have a 6-point lead over Portland, folks, with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The fake and the short jumper in for Connor Janvrin. His first 2 of the game. Windham very strong. Martin Tamiz to Jones, who steps out, thinks about it.
Offensive.
Yeah. That's his third of the day. So Jones and Ramazani each with 3.
Yeah, I think at this point, Steve, you're down by 8 points against one of the odds-on favorites to win the state championship. I think you just got to roll with your guys. You can't worry about fouls at this point. One of those, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not, it's not.
You have the big man, Lumani, on the bench.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Connor Janvrin. 40-29. In every tournament game that I've been at this year or covered, when you see one team with a 4 and the other with a 2, it hasn't spelled a very good situation. Look at on the break there, Moody converts.
I think Portland's got to get a timeout here. Stop the momentum.
40-29, 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And the foul will be on, I believe, Moody. We'll see.
That's what I have. And it's going to be his first.
I have that as his second.
AJ Moody, that's his second.
It is his second.
And Jones will be at the line shooting 2.
Substitution for Portland, number 0.
If experienced guides, he'll make this one, as Portland, I think, for every shot here today, has had 1 of 2.
That they are 50% from the foul line. And they stay there.
Jones went away from double figures, by the way, with 9.
At Jones's first point since the first quarter.
Yeah, and that is
That will not be a...
Oh, it won't be a turnover.
Yeah, the official just pointed the wrong way. Quick correction.
I thought the official was right the first time, but there you go.
I think we were hoping he was right the first time.
It's a 12-point lead, 42-30 with 3:12 left. Eagles in front in the third quarter.
Nice
give and go, and boom. Dave Dixon now with 2.
I think you have to take a timeout here. 14 points is getting to the unmanageable level if you're Portland.
Ramazani is blocked by Janvrin.
This is a dagger if it goes. An offensive rebound. Oh, Janvrin can't convert. He gets 2. Back out to James. Why not? And Janvrin's going to be called the push-off there. So that's going to be the second foul on Connor Janvrin. Sorry to grab play-by-play duties for you there, Steve.
I'm glad you did. As checking in now is Colin Janvrin.
Windham, 22, Colin Janvrin.
Now Windham will put a press on here to boot. 44-30. They want to go for the jugular here as they're up by 14 with 2:21 left in the third quarter.
As they should. There's the steal. 3-on-1.
And Lumani comes up with that rebound.
Got to go. That's
and Legage, they're going to call foul. He'll be shooting 3. The foul will be on Brayson Freeze. That'll be his third.
Yeah, that is exactly what Portland needed there.
Windham fouls on number 21, Brayson Freeze. That's his third.
Well, I mean, he can bring Portland to within 11 here if he sinks all 3.
And, even getting 2, 12 feels better than 14.
hits 2. Connor Janvrin will check back in here for Brayson Freeze. Gage hits all 3. He does bring Portland to within 11 here with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, stop here will go a long way if you're Portland. Really got to clamp down defensively.
James has been quiet here in this quarter. Martin with the rebound.
Yeah, nearly taken away by Moody. He had his foot on the baseline when he had contact with the ball, though. Great hustle by A.J. Moody, but Portland retains possession.
Mees has Dixon on him. Oh my gosh,
right through Monty's
mishandled.
That's turnover 15 for the Bulldogs on my sheet.
I'm not sure that Windham is in double figures yet. They have 6.
I have them for 8 on my count.
I think 8 as well. So back for the 3, doesn't fall. Mees with the rebound. Gage in the corner.
Ooh, just
oh my
away.
Gosh. Dixon, oh my gosh, in traffic. 13-point lead again now, 46-33. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Another foul. Shooting 2.
Connor Janvrin, I think. Yeah, what Jones will be shooting 2. And believes that, on my count, is the 5th foul of the quarter.
That's his 3rd.
At the line for Portland, with 2 shots, number 1, Cordell Jones.
Only 2 field goals for Portland this quarter. The rest of the points have come from the foul line. And a good thing at that.
Antonio will come in for Windham as Connor Janvrin will take a seat. Cedar Conley will check in for Portland for Benny Lumani. And Jones buries both of those.
Cuts the Windham lead down to 11. Again, Windham in no hurry here as every second off the clock benefits them. Counts on here. Dixon backs up.
Oh, gosh. Lucas was close with that. And then, no foul called.
And again, Windham's going to play keep away here. Go back to the 4 corners. If you're Portland, you got to come out and defend it at this point. And now, comes a screen. Wide open. Good look.
Dixon. James with the putback, and he gets credit for it. So we end the third quarter with Windham up 48-35. So there's a referee review at the end of the quarter.
And they're going to count that basket by James.
That is the second review of which I'm aware. I might add that the first review, yours truly called in a game, an Oceanside Madomic Valley game when Mackey hit a 3 at the buzzer to send the game into overtime, and she banked a 3 is what she did, and that was great camera work by our friends at WHOU, and that's whose cameras they're using. So that was seen as good, and we'll bring you fourth quarter action in a moment. Okay, here we go. Steve Schwartz, Frank Myatt, the last 8 minutes of the game in regulation. There's Mies in uncontested.
And I think if you're Portland, you got to cut this lead in half by the 5-minute mark.
It's 48-37, by the way, folks.
Bulldogs did a great job on James. James was scoreless till he had that putback at the horn in the third quarter. That's after dropping 19 in the first half.
Dixon to James.
Windham very patient here against the zone.
Dixon is trapped.
They had a timeout, Windham.
So we're going to take one, too. Windham enjoys an 11-point lead, 7:04 left in regulation. So Windham will take it in after their timeout, really caused by some pretty good D by Portland. Time is on Windham's side, though. They have an 11-point lead here with 7 minutes. Mies went for that steal, very close.
If you're pouring, you're going to have to gamble on those. You may give up some backdoor points here, but packing into a zone and allowing Windham to drop time off the clock is not the way to come back in this basketball game. They're going to have to be aggressive, have to hedge out.
Moody out to Antonio for 3. Mies with the rebound.
Yep, Portland's got numbers here, 5
Jones.
on 4.
Stops at the foul line and hits. Now it's a single-digit lead of 9.
Now coming on, Steve, I said cut the lead in half by the 5-minute mark. They get a chance to do that.
There's a steal. Here's Martin inside, and he's
That's a block.
Going to go down, and he'll be shooting 2.
That Moody tried to set up to take the charge. Looked like he was kind of going down before contact. And he'll be called for the foul, so here we go.
And that's his 3rd foul.
Big chance for Alex Martin at the line without any time coming off the clock.
Tremendous depth, though, Windham has, as number 5, Connor Janvrin, will be set to check back in. Martin hits the first one. Brings the Dogs to within 8. Actually, Antonio will take a seat, though. I thought maybe J.J. Moody would come out. But again...
That playoff basketball, 6 minutes. He still has 2 fouls. I mean, at this point, I'd leave him in unless he had 1.
Martin converts 1 of 2. Dogs down by 8, 5:52 left. It's going to be a heck of a momentum shift here if Portland's going to get into this.
Oh, I can't leave the basketball.
Jones with the rebound.
Yeah, a little too much momentum.
Yeah, it was great defense.
Ball deflected out by Ramazani as he kind of smelled that steal there and hunted James down.
He is so fast. His hands are fast. His feet are fast.
When he's on the ball, he wants it.
James inside, spins, shows that he can do it outside and inside.
Well, Legage up the other end. He's fouled by Moody. That's Moody's 4th.
He went down hard. It'll be underneath.
Moody, that's his 4th, team's 2nd.
Moody's had a good game today. He's got 5 points, but he's also got at least half a dozen rebounds and a couple of steals. Mies. Ooh, Ramazani. Keeps the handle. Here's Legage fighting hard, and he's fouled. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, real basketball savvy play by Legage there. I think he felt Colin Janvrin's arms come across his body. He just put his arms right up through contact.
That's his 2nd foul.
is at the line for Portland, shooting 2.
So here you go. Got to make the freebies here. No time coming off the clock.
It's a 9-point lead. Freeze will check back in for Windham. 50-41, 5:03 left. We come into the last 5 minutes of the game, Frank.
Something that we affectionately know as Susie Schwartz time.
Because Susie says that the most exciting time of any game is the last 5 minutes. And Dixon with 2. It's a 10-point lead, 4:50 left. Every second counts now. Mies goes in, and
that's a block.
He's blocked.
All those 50-50s have been blocks, and James is kind of slow to get up there.
Oh,
he's hobbled.
Yeah, he was hurt once this year.
Yeah, I don't know if he took knee-to-knee contact there or what.
Tyree James, that's his second team sport.
He's going to be replaced. As he reaches for that lower leg.
Joseph Blige. And, you know, as great a player as he is, especially at this level, but really at any level, you do not want to see that. I don't care who you're rooting for. But you do need to have... No, he's going to go off, well, we'll see. His trainer's working with him, but...
He's moving a little bit better already, so... And oftentimes, coming off an injury, the first, real shot of pain you get back to that area, you start to get a little bit of panic. It looks like he's going to try to walk it off. Oh, there'll be a foul on Ramazani. He wanted that steal.
Not happy with that. That's his 4th of the game.
He's got to calm down, though. He's got to calm down. James right back in. Good to see him back out there. Replaces Blige.
Wow, it didn't take him long to recover.
Nice
oh, what a nice play there by Dixon. He's awfully tough. He's got 12 points already in this game. Cordell
I think that's going to be enough.
will be fouled.
Yep, going to the line. Steve, seems like all of the 50-50 plays have not been charges today.
That's going to be on Connor Janvrin. That'll be his 3rd.
Yeah, so each of the Janvrin brothers with 3 now. Klang's the first.
Windham, they're going to be in the bonus every step of the way now. Portland, they've only got 1 foul, but Windham has 5, and they've got to convert.
So keeping it within 10.
It's 54-44, folks.
Wow.
Yeah, offensive foul called on Connor Janvrin, his 4th.
Boy, Windham faithful not happy. I think they got a bit of a gripe. Mies did a great job of hustling back. He did plant both feet, but credit to Maddox for getting that good hustle play there, creating the turnover.
He's got Dixon on him.
There we go.
Here's LeGage for 3. And the follow, Lumani. Oh, a foul. I thought that might be a jump ball.
That's going to be on Ramazani. I think that's 5. Yeah, that's the game for Ramazani. So Loic checks out with 2 points. More importantly, Steve, no steals.
Lumani will check in for him.
So here you go. Portland full court press here without their best on-ball defender.
Portland down by 10, 4 minutes, folks. Again, Windham does not have to be in any sort of a hurry here. Oh, but that was thrown away. I think he thought that Connor Janvrin was in the game when he was standing up at the end of the bench.
Yeah, I think that Dixon kind of got in trouble on the baseline there and just needed to get rid of the basketball and just looked at the bench.
LeGage for three from the corner. He hits it. Opportune as it's 54-47, 3.5 minutes to go. Can make it exciting. Oh, the nifty shot by Blige. He's inside to Lumani for two.
There you go. So the pace is in Portland's favor right now.
56-49, Windham in front, 3 minutes left.
There you go. Wyndham's going to pull it out here and try to run some clock. If you're Portland, you have to come out and pick up that ball. Get the count on. We'll have a foul.
Blocking foul. On
Oh, he's calling a shooting foul? Wow. That's going to be on Benilson Lumani, I believe, 20.
No, it's under the basket.
Okay. So I thought I saw his hand go up for two shots. I didn't really see it myself.
Brayson Freeze, Joseph Blige now will step out and take the ball in here. Wow. Martin was in there and almost got a hand on it there.
Yeah, if you're Windham, you'd be really selective with your shots here. Wow.
Yeah, unless you're...
I guess not.
Unless you're Connor Janvrin. Or Colin Janvrin, rather, for three.
Off the miss there. It's going to be out of bounds. Portland will take a timeout.
Well, folks, it's 10 points here again. Windham in front, 59-49. There's 2.5 minutes left, and we're going to bring you those 2.5 minutes next on WPPS TV. Here we go, folks. The last 2.5 minutes of the game, and Portland has a 10-point deficit to make up if they're going to move on to the regional final. And there's the break. James. Oh, what a monster Lumani. Block by Benilson Lumani.
Yeah, I think Dixon was setting up for the dunk there. There you go. We'll see. Portland's got to try to get the ball in LeGage's hands, maybe off a double screen. Try to find a way to get him some room to shoot here.
Fall away. Dixon comes up with it, and he runs into Jones.
Yeah,
Jones will get called for his fourth foul of the day.
That's all right. I mean, Portland's going to have to foul here if they have a chance to come back. Now they have no more fouls to give. They can still be aggressive. Sending Windham to the foul line is not the worst thing in the world. Or maybe not quite into foul every possession territory, but we're
very close.
And if you're Windham, you want to go right at Jones here. Force him into his fifth.
Here's the break. Here's LeGage. He is so good. Nonplussed by James on him. 8 points now, folks. 8 points.
And again, every defensive possession is big now. For Windham, Portland can't allow Windham to pull the ball out without the count on the ball handler here. We got precious seconds coming off the clock. I know it's not the matchup you want, but Benilson's got to get on him and get the count on. At least force Dixon to do something. There we go. Again,
yeah, you got to get out and pressure.
Got to pressure. Even Jones at this point, if he picks up his fifth foul right now, there's 65 seconds left, so be it. As we'll have a Windham timeout.
Yeah, and Moody doesn't get credit for that three, but it's 59-51, 8 points. Portland needs to make up. They have 1:05 to do it. Okay, the last 1:05 of the game here. Portland is going to have to trap and...
Yep, there's a foul by Martin.
Foul.
Yep, smart. You can't come back if Wyndham's able to dribble time off the clock, so we'll have A.J. Moody to the line, 3 left.
He can bring it back up to a 10-point lead.
Windham shooting 2, number 1, A.J. Moody.
Rolls it in.
It's the second, and it is a 10-point lead now with 1:03 left, 61-51. Portland's going to have to throw it up.
Travel.
No,
oh, wow.
They have the bucket and one.
So there you go. That's what you need. You know, only 7 seconds came off the clock. Chance for a three-point play.
And that foul will be on James, only his second.
So if you're Portland, make or miss, it's got to be pressure. It's got to be go for the steal, or if not, foul. You know, I think even if you're Jones here, you got to be super aggressive playing with 4.
Mies hits that. We have a Joe Russo timeout. We'll take one too, just under a minute to go. Portland High School now, their last minute of the season possibly. They're down here 61-54 with 51 seconds left.
Got to foul. Got to run out and foul him. Someone just has to get a hand on him. And
I don't really understand why they're not.
And the only guy who may not do that would be Jones. But I mean, right now you have to foul.
And well, so much time came off the clock though, and Jones gets the rebound.
LeGage got to put it up.
And it's going to go the other way. So 17.3 seconds left. That's going to be all she wrote here, I think. And now LeGage fouls. And that's only his first of the game.
This will march the other end with Freese going to the line. Shooting two. It's all over but the shouting here at the Civic Center. Or Cross Insurance Arena, that is, Steve. Sorry for the Freudian slip there.
We can say we're in the Frank Fixeris box, however, covering this game. And Frank Fixeris, a great sportscaster for WGME TV now. And, of course, Dave Eady is their sportscaster. He's here today. Travis Lee is here from WMTW.
You think we're okay if we call it the Civic Center with lowercase c's?
I think so.
It is a Civic Center.
9 points, 14 seconds. LeGage will go in and out. Lumani inside. But that's going to do it, folks. 63-56, a Windham victory. We have a foul with 2.6 seconds to go, so I guess we're not quite done yet. He'll make the first one the way he made the first one the last time. And a bunch of Windham players will come in. Cedar Connolly will come in for Benny Lumani. We'll see Lucas Hammond. We'll see Grant Coppy. We'll see James Ammons. And Moody has all 4 of his foul shots this quarter, and Mies will throw it up. That won't even make it. So 65-56 is your final. Portland is defeated, and this will end their season. Frank and I will be back to wrap up in just a moment. So, Frank, a disappointing finish for Portland, losing by 9, 65-56. But at the start of this season, Coach Russo wasn't sure he'd get any wins this year, and they go 10-10, and they make it exciting.
Yeah, we've heard that before from Coach Russo. You know, he dropped the first game at Bangor. This Bangor's only win of the year, but to come back all the way, come here to the Cross Insurance Arena in the semifinals, and they were never really out of the game against Windham. There was a point where Windham kind of opened up that lead to 14 points or so. Portland came clawing back. This team never gave up. They kept working through that adversity. But at the end, just not quite enough.
Now, we'll tell you, though, let's talk a little about Windham scoring. First of all, Tyree James, what a monster first half he had with 19 points. He had 23 overall on the day. The only other one with double figures for Windham, Grady Dixon, had 12. I call him one of the great names in sports. I like that name, Grady Dixon.
Fun to say.
Yeah, it is. Colin Janvrin and A.J. Moody each had 9 points today. Moody with 7 rebounds on top of that. Connor Janvrin, 5 points. Brayson Freeze, 5 points. And 2 points for Joseph Blige. That's Windham's side. Portland will tell you who their scorers were, but there's some positive aspects of what we can see in the future.
Yeah, I mean, for Portland, it was tough losing the leadership and the inside presence of Devin Walker, but, you know, we looked out at the scoreboard, Steve, right when the horn sounded. They said, well, Portland brings back 54 out of 56 points. You know, Walker, the only senior who really scored points tonight. Lucas LeGage leading the way with 21 points. Cordell Jones, 14. Maddox Meese, 12, to kind of get that big three of scoring going. And that's one of those kind of old adages about basketball. You need 3 scorers in order to be a contender. Portland's going to return 3 scorers next year to 25-26.
That's right. And Cordell Jones had half a dozen rebounds tonight as well. Benny Lumani had 4 with a couple of offensive rebounds, a couple of blocks. Cordell, a couple of steals. So there are some positive aspects to look forward to for next year, as there always are in Portland Bulldog basketball. Frank, I just want to say what a pleasure it is to work with you. This is our 9th year together doing these games. We've been through a couple of state championships and really have just had so much fun doing these games, and we look forward to doing more with you in the future.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, Steve. Doesn't seem like 9 years. The pleasure's all mine.
Folks, for Frank Myatt and Mike Hoffer and our director and producer, Mr. Everything, Henry Gio, and our camera person, Ali Al-Najafi, this is so long for the season. Steve Schwartz saying goodbye. We'll see you next year.